guys, today is October 22nd, so that means it is the 22nd, what is this? I don't know. I do that when I wear this shirt. It is the 22nd day of the cleaning and low spin challenge. I still feel a little bit guilty about last night's supper because I didn't cook it at home. We could have eaten sandwiches or something, but honestly, I didn't want anything cold. I was cold. The house was cold because we had to have everything open, and that's what we did. But we still did it low spin way. We used coupon, and feeding a family for $17 from a restaurant nowadays, I think that's pretty good. Or less than $17. Anyway, actually, how much was it? I've got the receipt right here. $16.49. That's how much we spent. I mean, I don't really feel guilty, but it's better than what we normally spend going out to eat. Normally going out to eat, Jeff and I, you know, if we don't use coupons, it's about that much. So, that's all I got to say about that. Since I didn't cook the beef tips last night, I'm either cooking those tonight or tomorrow night. Because they were still, okay, when I took that meat out yesterday, we put it back, or we put it in the refrigerator very soon after that. And it was still frozen. I probably could have put it back in the refrigerator, freezer, but I decided to put it in the refrigerator because I thought, you know, let's go ahead and have it thawed. I can cook it in the next couple days. So we're either going to do that, or we're going to do the breakfast for dinner that we didn't have, because we didn't have the breakfast for dinner because we had leftovers. So, one of those is supper. Beef tips or breakfast for dinner. Today's tasks are supposed to be, my normal everyday weekly tasks are, for Saturday, is floors and sheets and towels. I will not be doing the floors because I don't want to take a risk of stirring up any dust and ruining the finish on the table. And even though I use vacuums, they still have a dust factor. I mean, there's still a situation where there could be dust. And so I'm not doing the floors. Besides that, I can't get to half the carpet that's over there, the rug. I can't get to that rug. And I can't get to over half of the dining kitchen area. It's covered with table and legs and all the things. So I'm not worried about that. The floors are fine. In fact, the floors have gone longer than that without being swept and mopped, or without being mopped in the kitchen area. They haven't gone, well, these floors have gone longer without being vacuumed, but not, I mean, more than 2 days they have gone without being vacuumed, and it's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. We're not worrying about it. So the floors will be postponed. The towels and the sheets will be washed today, and I have one more load of clothes. The task for the cleaning challenge is under the kitchen sink, which I will be doing. There's not a lot to do under there. I do have some things that belong under there, but they're kind of thrown back instead of put in there like they're supposed to be. So I'm going to straighten that out. It's pretty organized generally. So, I'm also, did you find it? Yes. He went out to get the sanding block that he created so that he can do some sanding on the table. And, what was I saying before that? Jeffrey, what was I saying before you walked in? I said before you walked in. I know. I was talking about the things I have to do today. The laundry, the under the kitchen sink. I don't remember. Let me watch it and see. Okay, so I remember what I was going to say. The task for yesterday, well, my normal Friday cleaning routine is the kitchen. And since Jeff and Noah are going hunting in a little while, going bird hunting, I'm going to go ahead and do the kitchen probably maybe today. So, kitchen, under the kitchen sink, laundry, that's all I can think of that I even talked about other than the menu plan. I don't even know if I talked about the menu plan. We have not made it yet. And we have not made a grocery list, but it looks like we are going to have to go to the grocery store because Jeff is going to need drinks for work because that's what he takes to work, and we have not enough. And we have like 4 onions that are the small onions, 3 or 4. And we have only like 6 potatoes, and some of those are about the size of a golf ball. So that's not enough. We could work around those 2 vegetables with our menu plan, but onions is something that we eat almost daily. So we don't want to work around that if we don't have to. So we may go grocery shopping tomorrow. But I'll be back whenever I figure out what else I'm doing. But I'm going to go throw a load of clothes in the washer right now. Okay guys, I had to go into the quiet room that is usually the loud room just to talk to y'all. I don't know how I'm going to... all these fans, all this noise, it sounds like I'm in a factory or some kind of industrial place or something. I don't know. But I don't know how I'm going to share the kitchen because of all the fans. There's 3 fans plus the exhaust fan, and our exhaust fan for our stove, it has 2 levels. I usually use the lowest level when I'm recording. I rarely ever use the highest because it's so loud and it almost is like it's gonna suck the stove up through the pipe. It's how loud it is. But anyway, today's video is brought to you by multiple fans that is keeping us from having some kind of difficulties with this lacquer situation. I am going to show you the table, but I have to go into the loudness, so please forgive the loudness that we are about to enter. It's kind of very loud. It's loud to me anyway. It may not be to you. I feel like I have to scream. I honestly feel like I have to scream. But I'm going to show you the table, and I'm going to tell you some things. We've never used lacquer before. We will never use lacquer again unless some stuff changes. We're already in it. It's too late to change. We gotta finish it. But the way it does, Jeff had to take the table outside today to sand off the sides because they were so rough. The lacquer like pulls the grain out or something. Things he didn't even know about. Like, he did his research. And then after we went and bought it and we started noticing the things that are wrong, he did more research and found that these things can happen. But he did hours of research before that. It's okay. We're gonna figure it out. And if we have to, which we do not want to because we spent $40, no, we spent $50 on the lacquer and the lacquer cleaner. And then another $15 on this special brush. That's 65 bucks. That puts a bad taste in my mouth as it is. Okay, clothes are dry. I barely heard the beat, but I heard it. That's $65, and we didn't mind spending that much on a forever piece of furniture. But this stuff is, I'm going to show you some of the things, and it's because it dries so fast. If you get a drop on it, if you don't get it like that, it's not fun. So Jeff and Noah went hunting. Whenever he gets back, I don't know if he's gonna do it tonight, probably not, but most likely he's gonna take it outside and just spray it because we have the stuff, we have a compressor and a spray gun, and just spray it and to see if it maybe won't keep doing this, because lacquer is supposed to kind of melt into itself whenever it's self-leveling and all this stuff. And the more coats you put on, the less trouble you have. But if you drip on it, you're gonna have to put another coat. It's crazy. We're not loving it. We should have just got the epoxy and been done with it. Because we didn't get the epoxy because it was gonna take 72 hours to dry or to cure. We should have just gotten it. We would have been done with the finish. And all the little holes and cracks would have been filled that are not being filled. He had put tape under it to fill up, like, I'll show you. On this table, on the table there are like cracks where the boards went together. And I love how they look, but you don't want cracks like this on the surface where you're gonna eat your food, right? Okay, well, he was going, normally with polyurethane or something, it would just fill it up. It would fill it up and let it cure and it'd be fine. Well, with this stuff, it just keeps soaking into the wood. It doesn't fill up the hole, and we don't know what to do. We gotta figure it out. He's gonna do research. But if you see that right there, that's where he dropped some, and it was a circle. And then it dried so fast. This is after 4 coats, and from a distance, it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. And honestly, nobody's gonna be coming up in my house inspecting it. But if Jeff ever wanted to do this for someone else, he would not use lacquer. He does not like it. I do not like it. But see these little drips that he didn't see? Because you can't see them whenever you are doing it. Like, you can't see them because of the way that they look. But anyway, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But you see right here where it looks like the wood is raised up? It is a little bit. It is a little bit raised up. But we are fine with it. I mean, this whole side over here, it was so jagged and stuff after he sanded it, that you see that spot on my hand. I don't know if it's gonna focus. It may not focus. Hold on, let me all right, you see that? I know it's gross, but it's not really gross. It's just a boo-boo. But anyway, that spot happened because I touched the side of that. So last night he said, don't touch it anymore, I'm gonna fix it. So he took it out this morning and he totally sanded both of the sides off again because they were jagged and rugged, and I don't know, I still love it. We both still love it, but then like around this knot, it's doing that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know. If we can fill up those holes, the cracks and stuff, from where the wood dries and it contracts, you know, we'll be fine with the table. It's smooth where that it's not doing that kind of stuff. It's pretty if you look at it from a distance, and it seems like every time he puts another layer on, it gets better. This is the 4th layer, and we'll see. I will keep you informed, you know that. I will let you know how it turns out. But right now we got a washer going. We did have a dryer going. We got 3 fans. Is it just 3? Well, the ceiling fan makes 4, but you can't hear it. And I've got to show y'all kitchen stuff today. So let's get to it. Okay, so like I said, it's not really in that bad of shape. But like this, and this, and this is to refill those things up there, which I guess I could do to fill all the things today. Yeah, I think I will, maybe, possibly. I'm going to set these up here on there for now, which one of them I'm going to use to clean under here. This needs to be swapped out, so it gets moisture under here, and I'm not sure how, but it always has. And whenever we first moved in, very shortly after we moved in, it was like mildew all over in here, and we didn't know what it was or what was causing it. And we started getting these little things. We got them from the Dollar Tree. And I think you're supposed to be able to let it go. How far up can you let it go? No, we can still keep it going whenever the pellets are completely dissolved. That's whenever we get rid of it. They're still fine. It's still working. We're gonna let this be under here. But anyway, this is for my new little mop that I love. This is my bathroom drill that I love. We bought this just for cleaning the bathroom because I didn't want to use our rigid, and we went and bought a cheap one from Harbor Freight, and it's working great. It just recharges and we're good. And I have 2 different brushes. I think I have more, but that's the 2 that I use mostly for whenever they work on greasy things. The hummingbird food, which I don't know why it's under here. That's just where that we ended up putting it. There it is. Bleach that I use sometimes, but not very much. The floor cleaner, but I hadn't been using this because I've been using my little cleaner thing. I may be able to use this, and you're supposed to be able to use a lot of different ones as long as they don't foam. I don't know if this foams or not, but I'll find out, and I can use it maybe in my cleaner. Make everything smell piney. This is because we have hard water. I put it on the faucet sometimes, around the old faucet. I did, but I haven't seemed to have to use it with this one. But maybe it's because it's newer, I don't know. This is some pretty good oh my goodness, bug killer. And the main ingredient is clove oil, so I'm not scared to use it around my animals, and it works. I think it just washes the bugs and scares them to death. This is my kitchen plunger. We've had to use it like a couple times before we got a drain snake, but we hadn't had to use it in a long time. This does not ever go into the bathroom. It is not for toilet use. It is only for the kitchen sink. People have permission to use it in the bathroom sink, but that's it. Odoban is some of the best stuff. I've told y'all about it before, I think. Alright, and then this is my little cleaning thing. My little caddy. Everything is, you know, pretty organized. I'll just use this. And this is the reverse osmosis system. You can get them without the tank, but we got the one with the tank for whatever reason. Let me get in there. And we still have the soap dispenser that we had installed. We got that, I don't know, whenever we got a new faucet, we had gotten it. And whenever I got the reverse osmosis, we took that hole, and instead of putting another hole in the sink, we just took that out, and we'll put it back whenever we find another home that we want to live in. Alright, so now I'm going to figure out another way to do this where everything might be easier access or something. I think those things can go back there because I don't pull that out very often. I like to keep this kind of in the front, this little thing, so I can see it just in case it gets full. I don't want it to be full and not doing its job, and then I'm like, what in the world, where did all this come from, you know, that kind of thing. Alright, I'm gonna put that back right there. I don't really know why it's under here or where, you know, where it should be. Why do I have more space than what I had? I don't know if this is the best way to do it or not, but there we go. This needs to be cleaned off. It's dirty, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they're just gonna grab it with greasy, oily hands and get it gross again. But I do like that better, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Let's move this out of in front of the camera. Maybe I should turn this way, since I don't use that as often. Or this. Put those in the back. Yeah, that's better. And the reverse osmosis system, it's hooked to the system, the whatever you call that thing. It's hooked to the ice maker. That's what they're called. Well, that's even more space. Oh well, okay. It's alright. I ain't gonna complain. I'm gonna let that sit right there. And that'll be how I want it. That'll be how I have it. Oh, these. That's why there's more space. Because of these. These don't live under here all the time though. Sometimes they're not there at all. But I do need space for them. I don't know if I'm going to do fill all the things today or not. Honestly, I don't know what I want to do because everything is so discombobulated in the house. But that's what happens every time that we have a project going on. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't want to mess anything up. But I still want to be productive. There's something in the floor and I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm not getting it up. So, anyway, let me get out of the floor. I did it. I got up. But yeah, I don't know what to do today because of everything being so discombobulated and everything. Ooh, it's dark. I don't really want to clean the kitchen whenever it's gonna just get messed right back up. I didn't want to touch my hair with my hand possibly dirty, which honestly down there was barely anything. Let me wash my hands. But yeah, I don't know what to do today. I don't know. I feel like I can't record in here because it's so loud. And I feel like I'm screaming at y'all and I don't know. Okay, so I'm back in my bedroom because it's quieter. I don't want y'all to misunderstand me. I am not disappointed in this table. It is still beautiful. It's just, we're learning. We're learning about lacquer and we're learning that we don't like it as much as we do polyurethane and polyacrylic. We got it because it dries faster between coats and you can reapply faster. And the curing time after you're done is less than what epoxy is. And we've never used epoxy before either. But it may turn out to be the greatest thing we've ever done. We don't know yet. But we're not giving up on it. We're not like freaking out about it. We're good. We're fine. It's just, there's some things that I want you to know. If you ever start to do something like this, I want you to know we ran into this problem. I don't want to show you this and show you how beautiful it is and how wonderful it is and all these clips of Jeff building it. I don't want to do all of that and make you think there were no problems, because there have been. I don't think there were any problems with the actual build, but this part there's been problems. And there were also problems with some of the other part. He used lag bolts that were too small, but we bought more lag bolts a while back. We've had them for a couple months, but we just haven't put them in. The lag bolts that he had in there, they just weren't as sturdy as he liked. So they were fine, they would have worked just fine, but just to have extra security and extra, you know, what is it, peace of mind, we went ahead and got some bigger ones. So I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm washing clothes. I did the under the sink. I'm not doing floors. I don't think I'm gonna do the kitchen. It's too loud in there. I don't even like the loud. I don't even want to be in there, but I need to stay in there because the doors are open and I can't close myself in my room with my doors open to my house. So I'm stuck. But I don't know, maybe I'll have some conversations with y'all. Maybe we'll talk. Maybe I'll come up with something that we can do. A supper tonight, I still don't know if we're having breakfast for dinner or something to do with that beef. I could do beef tips or something else. The beef is still like half a roast. It's still the big piece, so I don't know. But I'll be back when I figure out something. I don't know what. Maybe we'll just chat all day. Okay guys, I have learned, at least I think I have, the reason for all these fans. From what I've read, because I really want to turn these fans off, but I can't. From what I've read, the airflow over the lacquer helps it cure faster, or helps it do something that's good. So, that's why they have to stay on, I guess. I'm gonna ask Jeff whenever he gets home, but I think that's the reason why. That's what I've read. I've been trying to figure this whole thing out with this whole lacquer situation, because some of the stuff is not like we want it to be. And I might have found some tips and tricks that will actually fix some of those situations. I'm going to talk to Jeff about it, and he's going to be the one that applies these things or does these things or whatever. But I'm not doing any of it without him here and talking to him about it. But it could be as simple as using some lacquer thinner to fix those spots. I don't know about the holes or the gaps or whatever, but I know that I was reading some things about people waxing over lacquer, which I don't know why you would do that, but they make these wax crayon type. They're not really crayons, but they're made for wood, and you can fill gaps, and it'll be shiny and pretty and waterproof, and things won't go inside those gaps. So we may have to do something like that. I don't know yet, but I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do to share with you guys today, and I can't think of anything at all other than what I've already shared. I'm washing 4 loads of clothes instead of 3 because I decided to wash all of our bedding instead of just the quilt and sheets. So I'm gonna sit here and make lists and think. And honestly, I would like to take a nap, but I can't because the doors are wide open. And I have figured out by looking at my Fitbit app, one reason I'm so exhausted all the time. I'm not sleeping like I think I am. I go to bed, but it says I'm not going to sleep. Like, I know that I lay there for a while sometimes, and I know I'll wake up and then I go back to sleep and stuff like that. But I'm not sleeping. On average, it's, let's see, what is the average? And I'm yawning constantly. When I sit down to talk to y'all, I start yawning. It's like, I guess I get relaxed when I'm talking to y'all or something. I don't know. My average sleep for the month, the score's a 69. My average is 5 hours and 41 minutes a night. There are some nights it's only 3 hours and 57 minutes, 4 hours and 27 minutes, 4 hours and 10 minutes, 3 hours and 28 minutes, 3 hours and 50 minutes, 3 hours and 46 minutes. Now I know this is not completely accurate, but the best sleep I've gotten was September 27th, I got 8 hours and 36 minutes. September 19th, I got 8 hours and 4 minutes. September 12th, I got 8 hours and 5 minutes. That was my daddy's birthday. August 15th was 8 hours and 20 minutes. And before that, I was like 8 hours and 5 minutes, 8 hours and 30 minutes. I was sleeping better in August and before. Not wonderfully all the time, but better. So yeah. I don't sleep well. I didn't really realize it was that bad, which I know the Fitbit is not completely accurate. I know it's not. Because I know that there's times whenever I wake up before it says I do. Because I'm looking at the clock. It's like, hello? There's times whenever I turn off my alarm and I know I've already been awake for an hour. So I don't know. I know it's not accurate, but I don't know. I'm not sleeping well. That's why I'm so tired all the time. That's why whenever I talk to you guys, I start yawning. That's what I want. Why that lately I've wanted to take a nap. I have taken one in the last while, but only one. I don't know what I can do with you guys today, though. I don't even know anything to talk about. Like, usually I have something I can talk to you guys about. But right now I can't even think of anything. Because the only thing on my mind is finishing this table. Because it's been 5 months since he built it. A little over 5 months since he built it. We've been using it with a plastic covering over it and a tablecloth for that long. And I didn't even know he was going to be able to work on it this week or this weekend. I honestly didn't think that we were going to be working on it until November or December, because let's see, November he'll have a week off, and I was thinking it's going to be actually 7, 8, 9 days off. And I actually thought that that would be when we were going to be working on it. Not right now. It's not that I'm not excited about it. I'm excited about it. But I didn't expect to be working on it right now. And I also, this thing keeps getting fuzzy and it's like out of focus. So, oh, my scissors are in the way of the light switch. So maybe that'll help. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited about getting it done. It makes me happy that it's getting done, and it's beautiful. I don't know. I still don't know what I'm cooking for supper. I know that it's either going to be the beef tips or the beef somehow, or breakfast for dinner. Whatever the boys want. I'm leaning more toward some kind of beef something. Actually, maybe I should look up some recipes and see if I can find something new. I'm going to do that. And then I'll come back and let you guys know if I found anything. And if I did and I cook it, you'll see it. And maybe you'll try it too or something. So, I guess I'll do that for now. Okay, so I found a recipe for beef and broccoli from Just a Taste. And I will be cooking that with you guys tonight. It will be my first time. You might have seen it before. I've never eaten beef and broccoli that was homemade. I've only eaten it at restaurants. And we like it. So, why not? Another good reason for using this recipe or making this dish is because we have broccoli that we bought from Sam's, and I have experienced if you let the broccoli go a little too long from Sam's, you'll be throwing it in the garbage. And I don't like buying it already cut up, but we did because we were there. So that's what's happening. I'm doing that. And I've also looked at some other things to try to figure out what I want to do. Like, if I just want to cook that, I know I'm going to cook rice with this. That's plenty. It'll be like a vegetable with the broccoli and then the beef and then the rice. There doesn't need to be anything else, I don't think. And I store my ginger in the freezer because that's the best way to do it. I just buy a chunk of ginger, which is super cheap. I know it looks like it's a lot, like it'll say like $20,000 a pound. It does not say that, but it'll be like expensive per pound. But broccoli, nope. Ginger is very lightweight. You can get a big chunk of it, and usually you only need like that much, like an inch or so. And you can get a big chunk of it for super cheap. Wash it, throw it in the freezer bag, and throw it in the freezer, and just take it out and cut you a chunk off of it, peel it, grate it, and let it go. I do not pre-grate it. But yeah, I store my ginger in the freezer. I didn't even know what ginger was growing up. I probably would have thought it was gross growing up. I thought a lot of things were gross that are not. Like broccoli. Actually, I didn't know what broccoli was until I was in my teens. So yeah. There's a lot of foods that I eat now that I never ate before. And there are people in my family that will probably think they're gross. Other ones wouldn't, but some would. So, that's what we're doing tonight. That's what we're having for supper. And I will be back whenever. I don't know if it's going to be when I'm cooking this or if it's when I'm making the bed. I actually need to go check and see if the stuff is dry and see if the other ones are finished washing, because I have one more load to wash. So, I'll be back later.
Take me back to the old dirt road where Mama and Papa used to go. Let's sing all them songs from a long time ago and pine for them old days of yore. Well, let me run through the breeze like the leaves on the trees. Let me fly like the leaves when they fall. Well, let my mind go serene like a cool water stream that runs from the mountain so tall. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road. Take me home to rest where the mockingbirds nest and to cry through the green in the spring. Let's go back a ways to the old bygone days and the simple time we lived back when. Well, let the pull of the plow bring the sweat from my brow and the glow of the fire pull me home. Let me wind down my days in the sweet dusty haze. Take me back down the old dirt road. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road. Take me back down the old dirt road.
Okay, so the bed is made. The clothes are folded, except the towels, well, the bathroom hand towel for our bathroom, we always end up with a new one, so it gets folded and put away. But Noah's hand towel and bath towel, we just throw it back on the hook, and he has that. So these are ours, and I'm gonna put them in here. Stock. But I just hang them back up, and then I don't have to fold them. Do I have more towels that I could have hung here if we were going to shower? Absolutely. Plenty. And that's not all. We have other ones in the other bathroom. Have more bath cloths, everything we need. But since, can I put that up there? They're not coming apart. They're being rude. Anyway, since I was gonna have to fold them anyway, and we hadn't had our showers yet, why not just use them again? It's easier for me. I'll have Jeff put this where it goes because it's too tall. Well, I could do it, but he does it for me. He or Noah does it. They do it for me. Alright, so I have the other load of clothes in the washer. Nope. That is not true. They're in the dryer. The washer's empty. We're in the loud again. And I'm putting away kitchen stuff. That was part of 3 loads. Well, it was 3 loads, but there was one part of it that was, it's getting dark. It's gonna be really super dark, and I'm gonna turn on the light, and it's gonna be super bright, so hold on. I saved you from the flashbang. Oh no, I may not this time. I tried, it didn't work. This is Noah's bathroom. I rarely come in here except to get his towel and wash it. He hangs it over the shower curtain, which I don't like. He has a place to hang it. He chooses to hang it there. Whoop! He's in charge of that bathroom. He's an adult. We're in the darkness again. You don't get flashbanged as much this time. Woo! Brightness. Come on, fix me. That was weird. Anyway, he's in charge of that bathroom. Not me. He does what he wants in there with it. I mean, he is an adult. So, all the clothes, me going in these dark places, it's not good for y'all's eyeballs. All that's done. So whenever they get home, I will start supper and I will share that with y'all. And it looks like I have, whoa, where y'all going? More footage than I thought. Because I actually started editing this video already. And I've been running my mouth all day. I cut out a lot because it was too much of me saying the same thing over and over again because I forgot I said it. So, we're gonna cook supper together, and after that, I don't know. I may or may not fold that last load of clothes. We shall see. But, bed's made. Clothing is folded that needs folding. And towels are ready to use again. So I'm good. I have a plan. Even though I did not get all the things I wanted to do today done, I got the things that were on my challenge done. The other things it's okay to put off because the table's more important. I'm not going to say that anymore. I need to stop saying it. I guess I'm trying to tell myself that more than y'all, honestly. But I'm going to go for now. I will be back whenever it is time to start cooking. And I'm looking forward to this. And I'm hoping that the broccoli is still good because we just bought it like the other day. Y'all saw the haul. But y'all, I don't even know why I got it from Sam's, because I had gotten to where I would not buy it from there anymore. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's good, but we'll see. Okay, so since this is not my recipe, I'm not going to share the exact ingredients, like the amount, but I will link the recipe down below. And I mean, I'm going to tell you what's in it, just not the amount. And I may have more meat than what it says, I'm not sure. So you got to have cornstarch, meat, beef, soy sauce, low sodium is what I have too, which is good. Brown sugar, which I've got to get that from over there. Garlic, that's the only kind that I have right now. Ginger, and this is the way I freeze it in this little silicone bag this time. I need to get some of it out. And vegetable oil, broccoli florets, and I have those over there soaking in my salad spinner. Salad spinners are not just for salads. They are for other things too. I wash all kinds of fruits and vegetables in my salad spinner. And it's a good way to let them soak and then let them drain, and they're all in one thing. So I may have to get Jeff to cut this. Jeffrey! Oh, that ain't gonna work. I need some ginger. And I'm having a difficult time cutting it. I usually don't have that hard of a time. Alright. We're gonna see if this is enough. If it's not, I'll just get this back out, but I want to put it back in the freezer. Alright, so it did cut kind of weird. That's alright. See, I just get all the peeling off like that. It's super easy. If you leave a little bit of peeling on it, it's not going to hurt you. It's not a big deal. And I did wash this before I ever put it in there, so I don't even have to wash it right now. So that's another step that I don't even have to think about. But the first thing I'm going to do is get this ginger prepped. I've got, well, the first thing I actually did was get my broccoli in the pool to get it washed. I'm going to get the ginger prepped, and it says grated ginger, but whenever that this is so frozen like this, it's super easy just to chop it up. So I'm going to just chop it up and put it in a little bowl, but I'm going to put it in the bowl that I'm going to be using for the sauce. So after I get this chopped up, I'm going to cut up the meat, and I'll show y'all how I'm going to do that. Here, let me put y'all down some so you can see what I'm doing. Alright. Move my mess over. But I'm going to chop this up as small as I can. Just mince it up really little. And then I'm going to cut the meat up, or I might get Jeff to do it. I don't know which one yet. And after I cut that up, I might tell Jeff what we're eating. He still doesn't know because he hasn't asked. What are we having, Jeffrey? Do you know?
Food.
I'm doing beef and broccoli. Never done it before, so why not? Does that look like 2 teaspoons to you? What?
Maybe a little more.
Well, more doesn't matter. Nope. Not to me. Not of this, anyway. A little more garlic, a little more ginger. It's not going to hurt you for this meal, I don't think. It doesn't normally whenever I do Chinese food. But I'm also going to get my small Instant Pot out and make some rice. Just the same way you normally make rice in an Instant Pot. I'm pretty sure that there's all kinds of recipes whenever you buy your Instant Pot. There's a way to do it. It shows you. At least that's what seems like I remember that. But it's got a rice setting. But the way I do mine is 1 part rice, 2 parts liquid. That's the only way I do it. Alright, I think this is minced enough. I'll leave it on my knife for a minute while I grab my bowls. That way I can just put it in my bowl. I'll be right back. Alright, so he's fixing to start cutting the meat up. I'm going to grab the bowl and add the cornstarch and the water to that so that he can put the meat into that, straight into that bowl. But what you do is you whisk together part of the cornstarch and water. You whisk that together and put the beef in there and then set it to the side. While he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the other part too. So he's just cutting the meat up though. So let me get a bowl for that. Well, we're going to use a teaspoon. 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. Y'all remember that? Do you remember that, Jeffrey? I've told you before. Alright, so I got the ginger, the cornstarch, and the garlic in there. Sit there. I need to use a measuring cup, or I'll use this. Hello. You can come on in here. Now I'm going to put soy sauce. Always make sure you shake your soy sauce. I think he's trying to figure out what we're doing. So I'm gonna have to do this multiple times because I only have a half one here. Brown sugar. Now, before I put oil in this, I gotta make sure it said to put oil in this. Cornstarch, soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic, and ginger. No, not the oil. Okay, glad I didn't do that. But I gotta mix this all together. This is our sauce for later. The cornstarch will thicken it. Oh no, I made a mess. This is, or once again anyways, the beef, cornstarch, and water. This right here is ginger, garlic, soy sauce, brown sugar, and was that it? Soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic. Garlic, did I say garlic? I don't know, I think I did, but I can't remember. So that's what's in there. We've got some onions chopped up here. It's supposed to be small onion, which this is several pieces. And then Jeff is chopping up the broccoli to a smaller size. So this is getting hot. I've got a little oil in there, and I'll be back as soon as it's ready. Alright, I think this is hot. What's beeping? Oh, that was the Instant Pot has rice in it, so you know we got to get it instantly cooked. It's really not what happens, but anyway, I'm gonna put the meat in here. I think it's hot enough. Yes, it's hot enough. That's what you want to hear. get this separated in this. Oh goodness, I'm splashing hot grease, hot oils. That's not a good thing. That's not what you're supposed to do. Let's see. It says to cook this until it's almost cooked through, and then you transfer it to a plate and set it to the side. So we're going to cook this till it's almost done. And what we can do is this plate that I have onions on, we can put that with the broccoli, the onions, and then I can use this plate to put that on. Sound like a plan to you, Jeffrey? Hmm? Are you eating all the broccoli? Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to cook the meat until it's almost cooked through, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm about to take this up now, and then the next step is to put more oil in, which it says vegetable oil, but I use olive oil and avocado, so that'll work for me. Avocado is actually a fruit, I think, though. Isn't it a fruit? I don't know. It may be a vegetable. I don't know. Oh man, I just cleaned it. I'm gonna put it in there anyway. We ain't wasting none of it. Maggie says, but I wanted it. That's the reason why it fell off my thing, didn't it? Alright, so we're gonna put oil in here. And then we're gonna put in the broccoli and onion and cook that part. I'm making a mess with the broccoli florets. They're flying everywhere. Alright, so you're supposed to just, let's see, how long do you cook it? It says to add the broccoli and onion and cook, stirring occasionally until broccoli is tender, about 4 minutes. Now it does say that you can blanch your broccoli before you ever put it in here, but if you do that, and it tells you how on the website, but if you do that, you reduce your cooking time by 2 minutes. I don't know. This pan is not very good. It's terrible, actually. It's not very good in a non-stick pan. It didn't used to be as bad as it is, and it's not even that old. They were supposed to be very good pans, though. This smells delicious. Don't you think it smells delicious? No, but I have a habit of stirring. It says stir occasionally. That's an occasion. I'll let it sit there. Okay, we got 3 seconds left. Not anymore. And I'm going to add the meat back. And then I'm going to add the sauce to it, and you bring the sauce to a boil. If you don't let it come to a boil, it won't thicken properly, is what the instructions say. So, what in the world? Get all the goodies out. That's why I like silicone utensil. It gets all the yummies out of there. Oh, it smells delicious. Thank you, sous chef. Alright, so Jeff thinks we had a little bit more broccoli than what we did, what we were supposed to have. And I think we have a little bit more meat too. So I'm thinking I'm gonna add a little bit more of all the things that were supposed to be in the sauce, except the cornstarch. I'm not going to add any more of that because that sauce is gone. It has absorbed. What do you think? I don't have any more ginger grated though. I just won't be able to add any more ginger right now. Look at this little one. I think I should have doubled the sauce. Do you think that's... I don't know. Woo, I forgot I done did that. Supposed to do it the other way. Put a little bit more. Brown sugar in here too. So many spoons. Get some of that garlic juice out of there. I just feel like we're going to need more sauce than what we have because we did have more stuff, I think. I could be wrong, but it's boiling, so I'm going to turn it down. Yeah, that looks better. That looks more like it's supposed to. Don't you think?
Pretty deep.
Why you gotta growl at somebody? And what is it? I'm ready to, that didn't tell me nothing.
Smells good.
It smelled good before we ever started cooking it. Or the meat didn't. It smelled like meat, but the sauce smelled good. Alright, so we have to let it cook. It just says bring to boil, cook, stirring about 1 minute or until sauce thickens. So it might be ready already. The sauce looks thick. Alright. So now we gotta wait on the rice though. That sauce has thickened up. Yeah, I'm gonna show them closely. Okay, we're gonna take it off the heat, but this is what it looks like. The sauce is thickened, everything is cooked. The broccoli is not cooked to mush, it's just a little bit cooked. And the onions are not cooked to mush either. They're just a little bit cooked. So, that's that part, and we're still waiting on the rice. Okay, so this is Jeff's plate. I made a little mess. That's okay, it's homemade. And I did taste the sauce a little bit, and it tastes pretty good. I'll let you know what it tastes like once we're done eating. Okay, I want to tell you guys about the beef and broccoli. That was delicious. And Jeff said it might have been better than Chinese restaurant. I don't know if it is or not, but it was delicious. And we are definitely keeping that recipe, and I'm glad that I decided to do that instead of just my regular beef tips. Not that I don't like my regular beef tips, but I wanted something different and I got it, and that was delicious. And I don't even usually like cooked broccoli that much. I usually, I'll eat it, but it's not like really one of the things that I'm gonna want. I would rather have it raw, but that was delicious. It was really good. So I'm going to link that recipe down below for you guys. That way, if you want to make it, you can make it. And remember to store your ginger in the freezer. And I don't know really what else to say today other than I've still got a load of clothes to fold, but I'm not doing it tonight. It's 8 o'clock. And I'm about to edit this video. Well, I'm going to shower, edit this video, and get it ready for you guys for the day you're seeing it, which is my tomorrow, Sunday. So, thank you for hanging out with me today. And I hope you did enjoy this. If you did, go ahead and do all the YouTube things. If you try this recipe, leave me a comment down below or tell me in some other video that you did try it, because I promise you, if you like Chinese food, you're gonna like it. It's sweet and salty, and it's just really good. Or I was starving, I don't know which one, but all three of us liked it. Noah liked it too, right? Is he getting more? Oh, Jeff's putting up the leftovers. So, I will show y'all more about the table tomorrow. Jeff is not doing anything else to it tonight. I think he's going to do some more research and look at the stuff I found. Like I said, the table is beautiful. We're learning about lacquer. It's a learning curve. We've got to learn about it. But either way, we're going to love that table, and it's going to be our kitchen table for however long. And we're not going to refinish it anytime soon, as far as I know, unless it totally messes up. But if we did refinish it, we probably wouldn't do lacquer again. It's just too hard, I think. I don't know. Jeff will probably figure out the best way to do it before it's over with. So, again, thank you for hanging out with me today. I do hope you enjoyed it. I would like for you to, if you don't mind, leave me a comment down below. Tell me how you're doing. How's the weather? Today was pretty good. It was in the mid-60s. And it was sunny and it was nice. So, tell me how your weather is. Is it cold? Is it still warm? Is it snowing? We don't get snow much. But we get it like every few years. Sometimes it surprises and it'll be once a year, but that's not often. Again, thank you for hanging out with me today, and remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.